We are here in Kakheti, in the main winemaking region of Georgia. Almost 3/4 of country's grape wines are planted here, on the land which has been used for viticulture for almost thousands of years. Kakheti is a homeland of Georgia's main grape varieties among many more. Kakheti, the main grape variety from whites, and Telavi from the reds. From 24 PDOs in total, Kakheti contains 19 of them, which gives the diversity in wine styles for the region. And finally, it's our 4th episode, which means that our next wine destination is organically certified winery BioMarani. We are going to have a look to Telavi, the municipal city of Kakheti, and at the same time visit BioMarani and taste their natural wines. So I think we are ready to start our journey, and before going to the Marani, to our BioMarani cellar, let's go and explore Telavi itself. The statue behind me represents the Erekle II monument, which overlooks the whole city. Erekle II is the most beloved king among Kakhetians. Because of his patriotism, loyalty, and also the historical role, Erekle II is widely respected even nowadays. In honor to our famous king, Telavi, this city, each year hosts the amazing celebration called Erekleoba. On 7th of November, when harvest is already finished and the wines are already stored in qvevris, it's time to celebrate. So wine fair takes place. Despite the historical importance, Telavi is also famous for its giant plane tree called Chadari. This is the oldest tree in Georgia, which is just 5 minutes walk from here. So we don't have to wait. It's our next destination and I'm going there. So let's follow me. This tree has stood here for almost a century. To be more accurate, it's 900 years old. This is the oldest tree in Georgia, and at the same time, it's a symbol of Telavi among with the Erekle II monument. People say that it's needed 13 people to actually surround this tree, and some even believe that the tree has a power to make a wish. And I always wondered to check if it's really true. So if I'm alone and I don't have volunteers around, so I'm going to do it independently and measure a tree. So let's go and check it. And then 13. So it turns out that we need 13 people to surround this tree. So from my example, you need a campaign for sure. So you should come back here with the friends and you can circle the tree and make a wish. So because a lot of people actually believe that this plane tree actually has a power to make your wishes true. So who knows, maybe it's true. So let's stay on a positive side and actually check our wishes. So now we are going to explore one more spot, which is actually quite close to Telavi. It's the Alto Monastery. And probably when you hear about monastery, the first thing which comes to your head is not definitely the wine, but in our case, wine is the reason why we are going to that place. So let's go, and I'm going to tell you something very important about that monastery in few seconds. So we are here at the Alto Monastery. This 6th century monument is famous not only for its spiritual reasons, but also for its educational purposes. Iqaltu Academy is the oldest educational center in Georgia, where viticulture and winemaking was taught along with other subjects like math, physics, or even astrology. Here, what you see is the old educational center, where also was a part of winemaking practices. And the quarries behind me and also the ancient buried vessels in the ground is a real proof for it. And as we talk a lot about the wine, I think it's time to move to BioMarani, our organically certified winery, and taste their natural wines. So let's go, it's time to taste Georgian wine as well. When we talk about the stars of Georgian winemaking, I would say that BioMarani is one of the top producers. This boutique cellar got its worldwide recognition in 2020 when Simon Wolf, a famous author of the bestseller book Amber Revolution, mentioned BioMarani Saperavi 2016 vintage among the top wines of 2020. This was a victory not only for the company but also the country itself, as Georgia was mentioned internationally among the top wine producer countries like France, Italy, Spain or Greece. And you may wonder, what is that organic winemaking and why it is important? I would say it's really important for several reasons. First of all, organic winemaking does not include any chemical additives like refined sugar, fining or clarification agents. The second, the organic winemaking promotes biodiversity in the vineyard, which you can simply see here. And the third, organic winemaking is eco-friendly and sustainable. And now I can't wait to introduce you the main winemaker of BioMarani, who is just waiting me in the cellar. So let's go meet him and introduce you the cellar itself. So here we are. We met Georgi, the winemaker of BioMarani. It's really nice to meet him personally and taste some wines with him. So now I have several questions with you, Georgi, and the first one would be to tell us the story of yourself, how you got involved in the winemaking, and the foundation of this cellar, BioMarani, how it started.
I'm fourth generation of our family who makes wine in Kakheti in traditional rules, so to say. So my grandfather's father had one big quarry in our house, and we are making wine there. So we had very little vineyard, and this vineyard was giving us enough wine for all year.
For your own consumption.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And as I guess, the winery actually was founded by the friends, your father's friends. And can you let me know like how you started, how many hectares you bought, or was this the part of your own family property, or how you decided to be organic at the same time?
So when they decide, father with his friend decide to have their own vineyards, they were talking about 2 hectares, 3 hectares, and they begin with this. We are cooperating with Caucasus, with different companies who can give us directions how to make organic grapes, how to make everything in straight line to have good quality grape and organic grape. So at present we have 15 hectares of vineyards. 3.5 hectare is Kisi, 3.5 hectare is Tswane, 2.1 hectare is Khikhi, 5.5 hectare is Saperavi, and at about 1 hectare is Kakheti. All is organic, and this tradition lasts 5 years.
And just one last question. It's a personal question I would like to ask you after your interview. I just wanted to know, what is the wine for you? Like, how would you describe? Is that a connection for the people, like for your case, like wine connected your friends, your father's friends actually, or is that something that connects, for example, Georgia to other world and introduces our best side? How would you describe your work?
You must be in this job. Okay. If you want to get success, you must work hard, you must know your job, and I can say that Georgian wine, our wine, is future for our country, for success of our country, for good hospitality, and I can say that it is peace. Peace. Maybe. It's a very hard question for me because I can speak about everything now, about winemaking and so, but it's a hard question for me.
Maybe we can taste and then we can.
Okay.
So cheers for the peace, for the BioMarani, and
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you.